Hey everybody, welcome to Bestie Book Reviews. I'm here with my bestie Mandy.
And I'm here with my bestie, Jessica.
Okay, so I was waiting for something snarky because we are doing convincing my bestie to read. So it's my turn to convince Mandy. And we are going to do The Darkest of the Dark.
Oh, okay.
So these are now okay. So I picked some of the darkest books that I've ever read. Now some of them I know, like there are darker ones out there. There are some that I didn't choose because I knew that you would 100% not like them at all. And there's, I always choose to say dark is subjective.
Mm-hmm.
So I obviously did not choose, and we don't like to choose the popular ones. These books are all darker than Haunting Adeline. I'm going to tell you guys that right now. They're darker than those ones. But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I should be okay on this.
Yeah, you should be all right. You should be fine.
Okay.
You should be fine. So I have 6 books for you.
How many of them are alien or shifter?
None.
Okay. So
Yeah,
just
it's just gonna
getting
be
straight
dark.
up dark.
But I did put them in order for me. Now, dark is subjective. What you think is dark, I might not think is dark, and vice versa, right? I did put them in order from 6 to 1. As the first one I'm talking about is not as dark as the last one. I'm going to talk about, like, they just get darker as we go, at least in my opinion.
But number 1 is still going to be pretty dark.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Okay, but before we start with that,
I'm ready to take my notes.
I know you are.
Well, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and we would love it if you like and comment on our videos as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, let's get started with this. Aren't you excited? Now, this one I have begged you to read a ton of times. I'm just going to pull it. Not that I begged. It's what we've talked about.
Okay.
But this one I feel like is more, it really makes you think. Okay. It's dark. It's very dark. But the themes of the things that are happening here is definitely more like, oh my God, I can't believe they're like, what's going to happen next? Very suspenseful. So that is Sparks of Madness by Bryn Ford. I have talked about this quite a few times. This is the start of a trilogy. This one does not have audio. But this is about Mercy. She is basically, so this is basically like Handmaid's Tale. What did I say? It was Hunger Games with Divergent plus Handmaid's Tale vibes for all of them. So Mercy is, I can't remember what they call them, but she is basically a servant. That's what they call them. She's a servant in this village. So this is like post-apocalyptic, but they rebuilt, so it's kind of dystopian, I guess is what it is.
Okay.
And she is a handmaid. So not a handmaid, a servant. And so the women of this village, you are either a servant or you are a wife. And if you are married, your husband doesn't sleep with you if you are a wife. Once a month, they have basically like a purge where they can sleep and do whatever they want with these servants. They have like a big bonfire and they're out in like the field, and these girls have to surrender to them, these servants. And if they even take it, like if they get scared and take a step back, like they're considered a sinner and they don't believe in their higher power, and then they're ostracized and things happen to them. So Mercy is out one night, and these guys can like beat them. They can kill these girls, and they think that that is their purpose in life. And so there's a guy that is coming after her, and she's seen him do something pretty horrible, and she takes a step back. And instead of like cowering to the masses, she fights the guys that are in charge. There's 7 guys who are in charge. One of those guys, Arlo, assigns himself as her overseer during this whole time. But this book had me like on the edge of my seat, because you're like, how is she going to fix that? How are they going to make this better? Like, how is she going to survive this? The things that happen to her are horrific. Because they put her through 3 trials and they're horrible. Like, you don't think she's ever going to survive it. So that's book number 1 for you.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Book number 2 is Take Me With You.
Oh, I do have one.
You do have it. Take Me With You by Nina G. Jones. This is one of my favorite books. This is about our heroine who, oh my gosh. Okay, so our hero is actually a peeping Tom. This takes place in the 70s. Our hero is a peeping Tom, but he's a peeping Tom who does bad things. Like he watches a couple. He'll watch a man and wife couple for months or weeks or whatever. And then he will go into their house, to sneak into their house at night when they're sleeping, and he'll plant things in their house. Her name is Vesper. His is Sam. They'll plant things in the house. He'll plant like the rope that he's going to need, or the tape or whatever. And then after watching them for months and planning things because he's getting off on that whole idea of it. He actually breaks into their house, he'll tie the guy up, and he assaults the girl. And that is what has always happened. Well, he does not speak, he is mute. And he sees Vesper one day, and she has a little brother who has special needs, and he sees her in the grocery store. And the way she treats the little boy, the little brother, like that, tugs on something. Like he wants that. Now she has a boyfriend. She's in nursing school. She has a boyfriend who's going to be a doctor. And one night when her parents, because her mom is not very good at being a mom, she mothers her little brother. He breaks in. And he's basically breaking in just to watch her sleep. He wasn't prepared to do anything that night. But when he breaks in, all hell breaks loose. Things do not go to plan. The little brother wakes up during the whole act of it. And so she says, to save her brother, she says, take me with you. And so he takes her and he keeps her as a prisoner of his for about a year. And a lot happens in that time. This is definitely one of my top books. I love this book. This is our coveted cover one, by the way. So it's probably gone by now by the time this video comes out. But yeah. Okay. So now I lost my spot. Don't sneak peeks. Okay.
What am I sneaking a peek
My
at? I can
list.
just see your journals there.
No, this right here.
Oh, okay.
The next book I have for you is Skin by Sybil Knight.
That's the name of the book, is Skin.
Yeah, because it's a kind of a reimagining of Rumpelstiltskin. It's like it's not, but it is. It's got some Rumpelstiltskin vibes in it, so that's why they call it Skin. It's about Emily and Cohen. So Emily wakes up chained to a bed in a basement.
Ugh.
Okay. She has amnesia. She has no memory of how she got there. She doesn't know what happened. She really does have amnesia in a lot of ways. There's because something traumatic happened to her. So she's forgotten a lot of things. And this is where we see her captor. He tells her he's going to kill her. But if not, like, he won't kill her if she can answer a certain question for him. She has to find a specific answer in 5 days to this question that he's asking her. And we find out that there is a lot behind the scenes that has happened here. There is some revenge. People are not who you think they are. He does wear a mask because he was injured and damaged, but we see their story told in flashbacks, and it was really, really good. It's definitely dark.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So then I have Cruel Love by E.K. Hunter. I read this one not too long ago. I really liked this one. So this is about Willow and James. So in this world, this is a secret society type world. And they have, the secret society will actually go out and get girls who are living on the streets as young as 10. And they bring them into this Willow house area, and they take care of them. But as they get older, they train them on how to be a wife and please these guys in the secret society. And then they have like days where on their graduation day, these secret society guys can come in and choose a wife. It sounds like there's a lot of debauchery on that day, by the way. Well, our hero, James, heroes used very lightly here. James his father has just given him an ultimatum. He has like a month to find a wife and 3 months to get her pregnant. And so he decides, because he's about to take over and be a high up in the secret society, he decides to go to the Pear Tree House before the graduation ceremony. And they'll bend over backwards for him anyway, because, you know, yeah, he is who he is. So when he goes in, none of the girls appeal to him. But then he sees this mousy little thing bring him something to drink. And he's like, that one, I want that one. And that is where we have Willow. Willow has amnesia. She doesn't remember how she got to Willow House. Yeah, amnesia is the thing. She doesn't remember how she doesn't know who she was before.
Her name is Willow, and it's called Willow.
Yeah, Pear Tree House.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so he marries her. He's got to get her pregnant, but he doesn't really like her all that much in the beginning. So it's dark and one of the themes that way.
Okay.
Okay. So then we have the next one, which is, can you hold that?
While I take notes?
No, just for a second until I find my book.
Okay.
Should be right here. Okay. Red Rabbit by Devin Sinclair. Or Devin Rivers. Sorry, wrong Devin. There is a Devin Sinclair that I read before, but not this one. Devin Rivers. So this is about Kaylin and Graham. Now, Kaylin has been visiting her friend in the Arctic, and she's on her way home when she gets on the Arctic Circle.
Okay.
Her friend was watching polar bears. She's like a scientist, and she was doing something with polar bears. Okay, so she gets on this little tiny 4-seater plane. She's sitting in the front with the pilot. Then the other people who are getting on the plane, by the way, she has a boyfriend. She's getting a big fight with her boyfriend, and she looks up before she gets on the plane. And this guy who's in handcuffs with the sheriff or with a law enforcement officer has listened to the whole thing. And so who is also on, that's Graham, he's also on this flight. And we don't know what he was being arrested for. And they get on the flight, and the flight does not make it to their final destination. And they are in the woods, and they're going to have to survive. And he was in handcuffs for a reason. But then another situation happens where she is taken and she's held captive, and it's not by Graham, and something else happens. Something else happens here. It's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. So I'm just gonna leave it there. Okay. And then the last book that I have for this one, which is the darkest one on this list. So Deviant by Ellie Sanders. So this is about Liliana and Magnus. So Liliana is a journalist. She investigates this secret society, which is called the Brethren. She finds out about them. She decides that she's going to investigate them. They rule over everything. This takes place in Europe, in the UK, but these guys rule over everything. They are what works, like they're working underground to make sure that the world runs the way that they want it to run. And so when they find out that she is about to let out this story, like to print the story, they come for her and she has to run. When they catch her, because they do, Magnus steps in before they can kill her and he says, well, we'll let them kill you eventually, but you're going to be my slave first. And so he keeps her and does things. So, yeah, definitely some Stockholm syndrome in that one. He is a very, very cruel hero. So that one is the darkest on this list. So there you go, Mandy. I know this is going to be so much fun for you, but this is some of the darkest stuff that I've ever read. And I know that some people go looking for that. So I thought we would do that this time around. I do have darker though, but I was trying to find ones that weren't too bad for you. So,
okay.
What are you going to read?
I'm not sure. Okay. I'm thinking of Red Rabbit a little bit. I'm thinking of Take Me With You. I've wanted to read Take Me With You.
Mm-hmm.
I know you want me to read Sparks of Madness, but it doesn't interest me that much. Can't decide between Red Rabbit and Take Me With You.
Red Rabbit is an MFM.
MFN.
Mm-hmm. I know that's sometimes a deciding factor for you.
Mm-hmm. Well, I guess I'll read Take Me With You. Okay,
let's go with that.
That's been on my list. I've been wanting
for a while.
To read it for a really long time.
Yeah.
Right after you read it the first time.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, here we go.
Here we go. We'll be back after Take Me With You. So, Mandy, you've finished Take Me With You by Nina G.
did.
What did you think? It'd Be Nice
goodness.
is one of my favorites.
Huh?
So It'd Be Nice, it's one of my favorites.
So I liked it a lot. I don't know. I haven't quite decided how I want to rate it yet.
Mm-hmm.
Like I normally go with like my initial feeling, and there were times where I'm like, I feel like this is a good 4-star read. And then there were times where I'm like, ooh, maybe this is a 5-star read.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't know, like, and then it's like, it's so unhinged at times. Like, do you feel weird saying it's a 5-star read?
No, I do not at all.
So I think my end, like where I ended on it would probably, like, I'm going to mark it 5 stars.
Okay.
But it is definitely unhinged.
Yeah, but I love it.
He's
so
unhinged, and so is she.
She does become a little unhinged, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they deserve each other. They'll be good together. It's a product of the situation too.
She controls him.
Yeah.
Keeps
lucky girl.
I would never, ever, 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 ever want to be in a situation like this. I just
no.
So
I will read about it.
Lucky girl. I don't know about you.
No, I will read about a fictional situation like that, but no.
Yeah.
That is where we draw that hard line between fiction and real life.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So, okay, well, good. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
I don't even like a massage that's too rough.
Okay, good to know. Good to know.
But like, he's mean to her a lot.
Well, I'm really glad that you liked it.
Thank you.
And yeah. So,
I'm
all
glad I
right.
liked it too. It would be awfully awkward since I own the book in a special edition.
In a special
nonetheless.
edition. Yes, exactly. Exactly. So, okay. Well, there you guys go. There's some of the darkest stuff I have ever read.
Yes.
Yeah.
And next time on Convincing, it will be me convincing Jessica.
Yay!
We did a poll a little while ago, and so I believe that I am ready to do what the people wanted. So
I know what I want to do for your next convincing. I just have to read a few more books.
I have been waiting for Dark Cowboy.
I'm trying to gotta read some more books. Working on it.
You know what I have a lot of?
What?
Friends to Lovers. I'm not going to do that one right now, but let us know in the comments if you guys want a Friends to Lovers trope video. I was just really surprised at how many of those I have.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Okay, guys.
Yes. So what do you guys want to see for some of our upcoming convincings? You can put that in the comments below.
Yeah, we have a list and we have things. Like, I know that Alien is another one that's being requested and those kinds of things, but I just haven't found good ones that I'm just trying. I'm working on it. So things like that.
Read faster.
Yeah. Yeah. So, okay.
All right. Check back on Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, and sometimes Wednesdays, or usually Wednesdays, for new videos from us.
Yep. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next video.